Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. The new age internet continues to witness a surge in deepfake videos, a technological phenomenon that blurs the line between reality and fiction. A string of deepfake videos of Bollywood actors and other famous personalities have raised serious concerns. While Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke against the risks of artificial intelligence at the G20 virtual summit, the central government has announced that it will soon set up regulations to tackle this menace. This may include holding social media platforms and content creators responsible, including stakeholders working with AI tools. Very often, most commoners shy away from initiating a legal process or taking action while being victims of fast-paced tech. But the government has announced its big support to the victims and promised to stand by complainants against deepfake videos especially. This includes helping individuals file FIRs and an online portal to report violations by platforms. The IT ministry is clear. Apart from people spreading deepfake videos, making them, the platforms will be liable. They are currently liable and will be even more so in future after new rules and regulations are also brought in. So will platforms ensure compliance with Indian laws? We take that question forward with a special guest in just a bit. This is of course a worldwide problem and several developed nations have taken steps against this issue. Let me first begin by breaking down what some of the other developed countries have done. First up, in the United States, there are no federal regulations against deepfake as we speak, but some states have passed laws governing use of deepfake. The laws primarily focus on targeting deepfake pornography. That's the biggest problem that the world is facing right now. In California and Texas, a new law was passed in 2019 which also bars deepfake videos of political candidates during elections. Let's also take a look at the European Union to give you an idea of how that continent or large landmass is dealing with this. There are overhauled set of rules designed to curb disinformation, and of course deepfake comes under that. In Europe, social media platforms are going to be fined if no action is taken against disinformation or deepfake videos. This fine can be up to 6% of the platform's global revenue. The platforms are also asked to give users tools to recognize and flag disinformation, which is very important. In South Korea, for example, it is illegal to distribute deepfakes that harm public interest. A person can face up to 5 years in prison or can be fined up to 50 million won, which amounts to around 43,000 US dollars. While in the United Kingdom and UK, sharing deepfake intimate images has been criminalized. The big question though is what to do if you spot a shady image or video. How do you determine that it is deepfake, meaning something that looks effectively real but is not? So there are some measures that US federal agencies, for example, amongst others suggest. First and foremost, do a double check of the source of the image or video and if it looks reliable or it looks like a fly-by-night operator. Reverse image searches like TinEye, Google image search, Bing's visual search can also be extremely useful if the media is an image or a composition of images, so you can figure out if it's new or old. You can also check the audio if there is a video, of course, that we are talking about. Look for presence of audio filters such as noise added for obfuscation. That can often mean that this video is not exactly what it was meant to be. Also double check the video itself. Look for obvious signs of manipulation. Look also for physical attributes that will not be otherwise possible, especially if there are individuals in that image or video, such as their feet not touching the ground or the wrong number of fingers on hands, etc. Finally, metadata can be a great tool. All metadata intact is an indication that that image is or video is authentic. Some metadata that is stripped indicates that the media has been potentially manipulated. So there are of course growing concerns over deepfake videos especially, but the big question is, will platforms ensure compliance with law? As the ministry says that there is Indian law that prohibits it from being circulated on platforms and ultimately they are going to be responsible. Coming up in just a minute, MOS IT Rajiv Chandrasekhar, who answers this question and more.
रिस्पॉन्सिबल तरीके से उपयोग में लाने की जरूरत है। पूरी दुनिया में एआई के नेगेटिव यूज को लेकर चिंता बढ़ रही है। भारत की स्पष्ट सोच है कि एआई के वैश्विक रेगुलेशन को लेकर हमें मिलकर काम करना चाहिए।
Today we had a very longish meeting with all of the important players on the Indian internet, the intermediaries. That's how we refer to them, the internet intermediaries, and we have raised the issue of deep fakes with them. All agreed that the current IT rules and under the IT Act provide for adequate compliance requirements on their part to deal with deepfakes.